What up, farm family? How's it going? So, got some work done on the map. Thought I'd show it to you. I did fix the road a little bit. I'm still trying to figure out the leveling, sculpting tools, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's getting a lot better. I haven't been focusing on that because I've been focusing on other things. And I kind of forgot to get that house out of there. It's kind of, well, you can see for yourself. Yeah. I placed it and then forgot to delete it. So it's kind of, yeah, it's one of the constructible houses. I was planning to see if I placed it in, if it would function like a regular house versus a constructible house. So I was monkeying with that. So I did put some tentative buildings in, silo in here, cow barn in this farm. Of course, I just placed it in there, but you know, it's all going to be part of this farm here. So, but where I really made progress was in town. So let's drive up here and take a look. Hello, neighbor. As you can see, there is a lot more in town than there was before. Again, I gotta do some leveling, but I got the Axel's Tractor Center in here. So yeah, gotta figure out the triggers and all that other stuff, but it's here. This is where it's going to be. Of course, I got to level this shit out, but we're starting to look like a town. I got a house floating in the air. Holy shit! It's magic. Of course, we got the school. I still got to figure out how to change the name. So let's drive down this street. This is, we got our grocery store, we got our Central Cafe, we got a post office. As you can see, it's half buried in the ground. We got our floating house. We got some houses for the townspeople to live in. We got the elevator over here with floating green bins. Lots of floating stuff. And oil mill over there. So that's what we got down there. That's kind of funny, that floating house. Alright, and if we turn up this street, we have some patchy pavement. We got a water tower. We got some more houses down their way. Whoa, how did I get a house? I got a repair shop there. We got Bob's Hardware. What the hell happened here? I moved this house and it moved into the middle of town. Both of them. Damn it. There's my bank. Alright, well, I got some heavy duty moving to do. Somehow they got all moved. It was not supposed to be that way. So, yeah. So I put some more houses in here. So I've just kind of been house hunting, building hunting. I just did all this like today, so I just been kind of more playing with it, trying to learn things. I did get the water tower level though, for the most part. So yeah, I gotta get in here and level stuff out and these houses line back up, but yeah, so anyway, I'll show you overhead view. Set me to flying. Superman mode activated. Oh yeah, I got a football field in there. I gotta level that out. It's like, yeah. So, I'm gonna put in some more houses up in here. Up through there. This is gonna be my co-op over there, elevator. The grain mill is going to be, you know, an independent entity, but the co-op will be over here with the fertilizer and whatnot. I did rough pave in this road because I put the animal dealer out here, mostly buried in the hillside, but again, it's just a place to place it for now as I level and adjust. This is what it will, this is where it will be. So this will be a main road. This is 147th Street. Real road, 147th Street actually exists. As you get, let's see, it's Fairmount Road down there, 147th. Somewhere up there it turns into, I don't know, is that road even on here? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Yeah, that road's not on here. So just off map, there's another east-west road. No. Yeah, it's still 147th Street. At some point over in here, it becomes DeSoto Road. Actually, it is DeSoto Road now. It is 147th Street on the other side of Fairmount. Yeah. And I still haven't figured out what that damn thing is on the Google map. It's like tree line of some sort. For some reason it recognized it, put it as a road. So this is Fairmount. Yep. Okay. So this is Fairmount Road. And this goes over to K7. So, you want to know the name of the town? The name of this town is Fairmount, Kansas. Fairmount. Fairmount, Kansas. This is an existing farm. It's a farm building here, and it's a continuation of that. I'm making it two separate places. So that will be a farm. Or just be I'm going to put a house there and a house there. So yeah. So yeah, this is Fairmount, Kansas, and all these little blank spaces are houses that are currently in the city of Fairmount, Kansas. So this is 155th Street. She curves around, and there are roads that go. That road goes that way, and there's some more houses. I will put some houses in there too. A couple houses up there. This road curves around. That's I forget what street that is, but it goes back over. There's a house over there. I want to put a house there. I'll put some houses here. This will be a farm. I will put a house here. Road to a little farm there. A little farm there. House with some outbuildings there. And just off this side, the road curves back around that way. And it's Kenneth Bernard Park, which is not shown. Now, if I ever get my big map going, you'll see all that. So this is, what creek is it? I forget what creek this is. Stranger Creek? I'd have to look on a Google map. And then this one comes in, this one feeds that. And Tonganoxie Road is out this way, going north-south. It's considerably farther out that way. And where this creek meets Tonganoxie Road, it's a pretty decent, it's a very heavy bridge, but when we get a lot of rain, we get flooding. Now, I noticed this, there's a place for two buildings. I'm going to have to look at Google, but there's no driveway, so I don't know what's out there. I might just turn that into a field. And then there are a few houses out here. I forget what street this is. And then this is a farm out here. House up here, some houses there. House, a couple houses there. So we were putting some houses in here. I gotta get the leveling tool figured out first. Sculpting tool. I'm getting better at it. I'm getting much better at the foliage tool. As you can see, I've taken a swath of foliage out of there. So yeah, that's where we're at. Fairmount, Kansas. It is in existence. If you Google it, it will tell you all about the town. I want to say 1862 it was established. And in the I want to say late 50s, early 60s, it went unincorporated and most of the businesses closed, and because of the proximity of Lansing, Kansas, which is about 3 miles to the north of here. So if you look on Google, and actually, you know what? Let me just give you a Google flyby. So, hang on just a second. Let's pull up Google. Can't type. And I will bring this over. So we'll make this bigger. Close this. So this is Fairmount, Kansas, as you can see. This is those two houses that I was telling you about. So this is our starter farm, and this is where I got that one house. So this is actually part of this farm. You go into this, and they own quite a bit of the acreage around here. And there's a little house over here, and a little shed. I'm not going to put anything in there. But as you can see, this is current Google. So there are quite a few houses in here. And this is that line you see that goes through here. So it's kind of like a tree line. See how that kind of goes through there? I think this may have at one time been an old railroad. I can't confirm that. But as you can see, it goes up through here and up through here. And then as I zoom out, this is K7, Kansas US 73. And right about where this little Wallula is, this is the county line between Wyandotte County on this side and Leavenworth County on this side, and this is the city limit of Kansas City, Kansas. and the city limit of Lansing, Kansas. In Lansing, Kansas, if we zoom out, here's our Fairmount right here. This is Lansing, Kansas, and then Leavenworth, Kansas. Lansing and Leavenworth are divided by Eisenhower Road, so it's really two cities that are mixed in with each other, because city limit of Lansing comes in here a little bit and city limit of Leavenworth comes in here. It's weird, but Leavenworth is famous for Fort Leavenworth, in the United States disciplinary barracks, the north end of post. You can Google all this. But here's the Missouri River I was telling you about. Like I said, it's way too far. Here's Fairmount. I was wanting to put the river in there, but it is just realistically too far from to be able to put it on my map. You know, if I was going to do something like maybe make a big 4X map like this, then I could have the river with the river bottom. This is kind of like Missouri River bottoms, way up that way, up to the north. Something similar to that, but Kansas on this side, Missouri on this side. Big blue bridge goes across the road there. But Fairmount, Kansas, as you can see, lots of agriculture. It is very agriculturalish. But there are all these little subdivisions set inside here. So that was 163rd Street that we saw there. So, you know, this is kind of the western edge of our current map as we look at it in the game. So, Fairmount, Kansas. Now you have the name. So I will label my videos from now on Fairmount Kansas 4X. And I hope you enjoy watching me build this map, because it's got to be a lot of fun. The learning curve is steep, Learning Giants editor. But I am learning it. I've been, like I said, this is week 1 basically. And the hardest part for me right now is the sculpting tools and the painting of the stuff. So what I want to do, my plan is to get all the buildings laid out across the map and then go back through and level them all out, get them placed in correctly. And then once I do that, I'm going to put all the roads in. And once I get all the roads in, then fields. Because a lot of these places that are houses, I am not going to put houses in there. I'm just going to put fields in there. I want to show what, you know, urban and agriculture mixed together kind of looks like when you get close to a large major metropolitan area like Kansas City. Leavenworth, Lansing. Lansing's 11,000, population 11,000. Leavenworth is somewhere around 50. Fort Leavenworth, the military installation. I forget what Google said it was, but it's roughly about 15,000 population. Look at that. Those cranes. Ever seen cranes in farm sim before? That's kind of cool. So yeah, so you know, roads, placing everything in place, all my sell points, all my productions, all the houses, all the farms. I'm not sure at this point how many actual farms I will have. But I will have. There will be more than a few farms. Some of them will most likely be static, not be buyable. I'll put some static equipment in there, but others will. You buy the property, you get the farm. Oh my goodness. This will not be the starting farm, but it will be viable. I'm thinking that this is going to be my starting farm. I'm going to put just a few things in there. I don't know. I haven't decided. This is not the house that's going to stay in here. It's just a placeholder at this point. That will not be there. There is no gas station here in real life, but I wanted. This is going to be this is a major east-west road. It goes all the way out through Leavenworth County into Shawnee County. It winds, but it is a major east-west road. So I put a gas station there. You know, and we'll have some houses out here, back in here. There is no school in Fairmount. It is, I believe it is serviced by the Baser School District. Baser is a city that, if you follow this road here, straight west or straight south, it will take you right into Baser. There are those cranes again. So, yeah, so placing all my objects, doing the roads. I got to feel like I want to do it using the decal system. Jewel the Jet. That's some good video on that. And I'm been watching them over and over again, trying to figure out how to do the decal system. My roads are all laid in. That was done by Maps 4FS. So I just pretty much got to lay the roads in with the decal, and then what roads I don't want, I'm going to have to terrain over. So yeah, so roads, placeables, roads, fields, and then foliage with that, and then trees, and then water. Put water in that creek, and there's quite a few ponds and bigger ponds. There's a very large golf course over here. If I get the 16x map to ever work in Giants Editor, the golf course will be on there. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I will try and Falcon Lakes golf course. I will try and do something with that. I've also got to get my map PDA done. I want to get that done so we can not see this. I'm not sure why FarmSim saves every time I click my mouse button to pull up my PDA. So yeah, so we gotta fix this. So yeah. So that's where we are, campers. Fairmount, Kansas, 4X, week 1. Thanks for watching.